To live in Atlantis. Okay, what are you going to do there? Okay, what are you going to do there? You come there through the workshops or personal counseling with Heros Pavlos into his project. You join his project that has been lived there purely for the last 20 years. The new Argonaut, you become the one of the Argonauts, together with Orpheus, Heracles, and Jason. You will, go for an expedition. So you come there, and the south coast of Atlantis is the south coast of Crete, to the west of Mires. Beautiful rugged area, rocky, beautiful beaches hidden from sight, nobody there. Our time is the winter. On Crete, November till March. It is spring temperatures, no killing heat of the summer. All the time, short trousers. Nobody there. This is the most important feature of the landscape. You can be fully free. Nobody watching you. You have your beautiful apartment with a balcony looking over the Libyan Sea to Africa, and the sun is rising to the left in the east from the ocean floor like a magic eye on you. Legs up on the balcony. You have only 4 steps to make from your divan, from your bed in your apartment, to open the balcony, and you already see this beauty, and you smell the morning soft breeze, and then you hear the sing of the doves. So you have whatever according to your you should be true to your inner feeling. You should follow your phenomenal drives of the body and drives of the soul. This is what should be achieved as a result of your workshop, that you become a child again. And for this, we have several methods that are, spontaneously used during the day, but there is a rough overview because I have been practicing this for 20 years, so I know what is suitable for each part of the day. And general structure is that one day the best is to stay for 2 weeks. For you, if you stay a longer time, I don't care. You can always stay for another week. So always one day I will be, guiding you, and on the second day I will not be guiding you, but I will do the same or the similar, structurally the similar series of ecstatic, not activities, ecstatic merging with the elementary errors of the place. And you are free to join me, but I will not be guiding you. You will simply imitate or participate in whatever I'm doing. I can certainly, notice you and adjust what you are doing and give you a childish wink, but I will not be analytically guiding you. Because this is the great disaster in all workshops, in all willpower guided projects to free yourself from the burden of civilization, of your ego, of your chronic self-reflection, that you are trying too much, and the guru and the teacher is himself not free. Actually, very few teachers are free. They hide themselves behind the systematic teaching, Okay, so how does it look? How does the structured day look like? Okay. Two openings. Either you rise up so full of power and energy that you immediately have to run those 5 minutes down the path to the ocean, throw yourself in. You may take a little rucksack. You put a plastic bottle of water, of tap water into it, so that you can wash yourself after you swim. You dry, and you come up again. Then we have, either I am there, in the structured day I am always there with you, so we run down, we have a short swim, and then we have a short exercise that I have developed as a physiotherapist. I have seen it working in dozens of clinics and so on. So the first part is the tapping of the body. We use the Chinese Taoist method of the tapping. That is, we hit all the so-called acupuncture points on the surface of our body, softly or strongly as you wish, with the fingers or with the fists, legs, chest, breast, skull, back, arms, whatever. You will see it. And there we make a gymnastic part. When the body has woken through the shock of the cold water and then the tapping, we move all the joints freely in the full, let us say, capacity of each angle of the human body has a capacity to move. So we use this kind of swinging exercise, easy swinging exercise for all joints. Then, happy as we are, we go up and have breakfast. Either we join together on the beautiful terrace of the taverna, or we join on the balconies, because the groups should be small, like 6, 8, maximum 10 people, so the balconies are close together, so we can sit like 5 people on one balcony and 5 people on the other balcony. Or we can sit beautifully in the taverna, on the terrace overlooking the sea. We have breakfast, and then we have a kind of artistic part. Everybody should have his guitar. take it with you. Buy a cheap guitar, costs today something like 150 euro. You can even buy it on Crete. Even if you don't know how to play, because we don't use any, finger positions. We don't use any accords. No? We use it like, like a piano, hitting individual strings. And we put legs up on the balcony and the guitar on our chest or on our brow. There are various positions. I have tried it for 20 years. And we, we improvise and let our souls fly. It is a sure experience of mine that when the strings are vibrating on your heart, on your chest, and on your brow, you basically you cannot think cognitively. You are honestly trying to express what you feel. It is like bioenergetic exercise. You use the vocalization and you use facial grimaces to release the grip of the ego. Not to be reasonable, not to mirror yourself as if you were under examination. No, you do it for yourself. There should be, for this exercise, there should be some distance. Well, we shall see what distance is necessary so that everybody can be free. Maybe we would have to take it down to the beach now where there is a lot of space now. Yep. And if somebody has a vision, if he wants to communicate, then he will speak accompanying his vibrations, as I do it now. And the others can listen or accompany him silently, so that it's a pleasant kind of teaching, Or I can tell you something about the day or what is happening. Then we can have a second breakfast. It is then about like 10 o'clock now. And we go down to the sea again. Take some sandwiches with us. And then we go to the fitness part. The Greek hero, the Mycenaean heroes, the early Minoans. Because this is the famous period of European history, the best part, the 12th century, when the Indo-European tribes from Asia, the Greeks, have merged with the traditional Minoan culture that was 2,000 years older, flourishing here on the island of Crete, and they formed a Mycenaean culture, and it is the 12th century BC, the time about which Homer was, and Homer was not writing, he was, as a bard, having visions about, the heroes, the Argonauts, men that are on an expedition to discover the beauty of the planet Earth. Mediterranean seas, going to the east and then over the Caucasus to Georgia, Persia, to Medea for the golden fleece, falling in love. Jason falls in love. Orpheus is commenting all this on his harp, and Hercules, overcomes all obstacles. So we are going to be one with Jason, Orpheus, and Hercules. We have a lot of stones on the beach. We take mats and expanders, whatever, and we do fitness exercises. Running, swimming, lifting stones, adjusted naturally to everybody's condition. When we are hot, really hot, we jump again to the cold waves of the sea. They are fresh, they are never cold. They are warm in November, and they get slightly colder through the year to December, January, February, but it is always possible to swim. No? It's like a spring at the lake here somewhere in Europe. And when we have this cooling after being hot, we exercise Qigong. The best I have found in 30 or 40 years of searching for some body technique that could open the soul to the elementary errors of the locality. And then it will be time to meditate, maybe, to lie down, to relax. Then we go up again and have a dinner again on the taverna terrace together, or on the balconies in smaller groups. The conversation hopefully will get lively in the sense of spontaneous innocence. There should not be any kind of serious problem solving. Then everybody will have his free time, like between 7 and 9 or something like that, to do all what he deems necessary. And at 9 or 9:30 we meet again under the stars for a kind of cosmic erotic journey to the stars. Again, I can guide it with a guitar, or anybody can have some contribution. So this was the structured day. On the unstructured day, I basically do the same, and you are free to join, but nobody is asking you. Nobody is waiting for you. And the comments I gave are spontaneous. They must not be there. Okay. Or you can take a bike if you rent a bike, or you can use my bike. I have one nice bike there. And the area is flat. It is coast, so you can bicycle to Cal Limenes, visit the chapel of St. Paul, a chapel that was built as a cave originally in the Roman times, when Paul, the apostle, was imprisoned by the Romans and was taken to Rome on a ship. They stopped here to get fresh water or whatever, and he was put into a cave, not to run away. Okay, funny. Or whatever. If you have a car, you can go to Mires to do some shopping. You can go to Matala, which is like 1 hour's drive, a beautiful place. The old colony of the hippies from the 60s is there. And one day we shall make a trip to the Lassity Plateau over the Dikti mountains, which I will be guiding. Beautiful trip, like Lord of the Rings trip, from the sea, rising up to 2,400 meters high over the mountains, and it takes no more than 2.5 hours to get there. Lassity Plateau. We can play tennis also if you are a hardcore tennis player, because these courts are abundant. They have a concrete surface. There are no nets, but we have experienced tennis teachers with us, Samir and myself, so we can even do this. So we can, with the due time, we can organize table tennis there. We can have badminton, but there will be a lot of fitness. So I think you will be, only exceptionally trying to do something extra. You should maybe try to write a diary if you have a necessity to put it down, or to make a voice recording every day, either in the evening or in the morning. Find 10-15 minutes with a guitar to report on what you have experienced. How to get there? In the winter, there are flights from Zurich to Heracles, or from Munich to Heracles. There are always several flights a day, so you should choose one that is direct, if it is acceptable price. So you have like 2 hours 40 minutes to get there, and you should get there like in the afternoon, so that you can rent a car, which you can do on the airport. Or I can advise you a certain special agency which I'm always using, that already know me, and they can give you good prices. Like you would get the car, and if you take it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you could take it for something between 17 and 20 euro per day. The cost of the apartment for two is, so far I am always, for me and my friends, is 300 euro for an apartment for two, so you pay only 150 euro for a person in the winter, because nobody is there. I hope this can be kept. Okay, and then you drive from the airport direction west. They have an autobahn there, yes, okay. And then you turn in the middle of the island. You turn east. We will make you a special map now, and you go to a city called Mires, small towns, Mires. You pass through the Dikti mountains, not the Dikti mountains, the Ida mountains, or they are. You see the mountains now, and you come over the plateau of Mesara. You come to Mires, and from there you go to the very end of the road, to direction the sea to the south, passing the village of the villages. What are their names? Pinoa. You come to Limenes, which is a port. Translated, it means the good port. Kalos is good, Limenes is the port. And then you descend from the mountains. There are coastal mountains, it's very good, because then you are shielded from the climate that is behind those mountains. It's a beautiful weather. I've been there like 15 winters. So between November 1st and like March 15th, there is maximum, 1, 2, 3 cloudy days. Or windy, the sun all the time. And if there is a kind of climate divide in Europe, that it is Crete, because Africa is closed, so we have a stable weather from Africa, and these coastal mountains are even a second divide for Crete. If there is not so good weather in Heracles, it is always the best weather on our shore, because there are very strong winds, not always, but generally there is a wind rushing from the west to the east alongside the rocky south coast of Crete. You can look at it at the wind radar. You come down, you turn left as you reach the sea, and you go on a solid road alongside the sea, beautiful road, until the road ends, and there you cannot go anymore. That is the Hotel Svinyas. The situation, the traffic is like this. If during the day you see 2 cars going, one after the other, you must think there is a festival or something like that. Usually only a lonely car of a farmer with his sheep or milk goes like 1 in 2 hours or something like that. In the morning, there comes 1 car regularly during the week. That is the bakery. It brings you the fresh, soft Greek bread for €1 for a piece. Once in a week, there comes a guy with his car who is selling chicken and eggs. Well, you can always get 1 day shopping and you go to Mires, which is a traditional town with a lot of shops, but they also have a little supermarket. So if you are used to get you some North European food, like dark bread and stuff like that, you can get it in the little supermarket. Internet is functioning. But you should make it a habit that on the days of Eros, the elementary Eros, you are exercising with me, you will not use internet, only on those days where where the day is unstructured. You can make yourself the trip to La Cité if you want to. It's beautiful. Once you have seen it, you will love it. You can also make it would be not to be distracted. You can, on the day of your departure, you can plan it so that you leave later in the afternoon and you go early and you visit Heracles, the museum of the Minoan culture. That's it. See you there. What will be the costs of such seminars? I think about, a new model of money, paying, transferring. You will pay simply for your rent, for your food, for your transport, and then you can maybe some basic fee for the teacher so that he can pay his insurance and his rent. Well, and that's it. Nothing more special will be commanded, but you will be also welcome to contribute something if you feel you have been given something precious and you have received valuable advice and you have experienced power and health and beauty and eros, the elementary eros. Because you are the one who receives the services and the goods, and you are grown up and you are a smart person, hopefully, because otherwise you would not do this seminar. Then you can evaluate what it means to you. So the Leo and Samir, you will have their addresses of email addresses and telephones, will be the contact persons for questions of organization and stuff like that, I am an ecstatic teacher, I am the visionary, I am the bard. I should not be so much, occupied with the analytical mind. You can certainly always ask me, but my answers are always more poetical than practical. Yes, you can ask, this guy crazy? Nevertheless, I am very lucky to be completely healthy and with a young body and soul in my 71st birthday this year. I have studied 2 universities. I have been a physiotherapist for 30 years. I have been a professional fencer of the Olympic level in my young days. I have loved several beautiful women that were one of a million, and I have been with them on expeditions. I have been on ski expeditions, and I'm a tennis teacher, a ski teacher, ski instructor. Well, I'm an artist. You can see my videos. And I'm a philosopher. I've spent 40 years of diligent study of Nietzsche, Heidegger, Ludwig Klages. This is our main philosopher, Ludwig Klages. One possibility is in the evenings that we shall read chapters or pages from his book Vom kosmogonischen Eros. If the community is German speaking, we shall read it in German in original. If it is English speaking, I will translate it. You should, if you are keen on this to understand the philosophical background, you can read the book already. Ludwig Klages, Vom kosmogonischen Eros, 1922. It is to be have in PDF. We can send it to you. Enough of today. Enough said, and I will meet you in the beauty to come on the balcony on the south coast of Atlantis and on the beach close to the Smaragdian and blue Libyan Sea.